This week we're going to talk about the trickiest job so far on the refitting of our sailboat.
Maybe the second one, because we didn't finish the diesel tanks yet.
Oh, that's true. As usually, she's right. Yeah, we didn't finish the diesel tank. We didn't solve the problem. That means that's trickier. But the hatches.
Yeah, it was a long path.
Yeah, that's a long story. That's probably the job that involved more different people on the way. We just it's just so many steps that we went through, and so many different small things that it's hard to explain right now, but we're gonna show you how the hatches look so far and you're gonna understand better.
I'm Roberta.
And I'm Luca.
And for the past year, we have been building our own tiny shipping container house, so we can travel around knowing that we will always have this little place that we can call home.
But guess what? We just found our dream project before we expected. This abandoned sailboat. So we are gonna stop building the house for a couple months to bring our boat back to life. And then we're gonna go back and finish the house. Check this out. Isn't this pretty?
It looks like brand new, right?
Yeah. Maybe you can't tell the difference because you don't remember how they looked before. So just so you understand, that's how they looked before. And that's how they look now.
Can you tell the difference? They look much better now.
Yeah, they look so good that we are actually not gonna let anyone open or close our hatches. They're gonna be like, no, wait, I can do it. I will do it for you. They're fragile. They're just our babies. Don't touch them. Yeah. The thing is, we still have a long way to finish that, but we want to start telling this story today because it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, months ago. We looked even different.
Yeah, my hair might look shorter, but we need to go back in time to make sense.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go back in time from the day one when we took the hatches off and when we start cleaning the hatches.
Because it took a while.
Yeah. She worked a lot on the cleaning of the hatches. Yeah. I did too, but that was a lot of work. So let's get back in time.
So we have glue here and silicone here, and another rubber here. So we are trying to take these off with something that diluates glue.
Yeah, it's tough, but we're gonna get there eventually. One thing sometimes we don't like about the place where we are working is not the marina itself. The marina is great, but right now we are the only ones working on our own sailboat, and we would love to meet new friends working on them, you know, on their own sailboats.
But the good thing is the restaurant here is the best ones in the region. And all the people from other marinas comes to have lunch with us.
And during lunch we meet a lot of new friends, and that's the good thing. We don't have friends working on their own boat on our marina, but we have in different ones that we visit all the time, and that's what we are doing today.
So we are going to have a barbecue with some new friends.
Yeah, we have 3 couples in next month. Not 3 couples, one is by himself because his wife is working, and the other 2 are couples working on their own sailboat right on the next marina that we're driving right now. It's 2 minutes by car. And we are gonna have a barbecue, and also one of these guys work with hatches, with acrylics. He's not the one that cut and sewed the acrylic for us, but he's the one that's gonna send our hatches to be anodized. Yeah, we already sandblasted all the hatches, and he's gonna send to the company that do the anodization, and that's gonna be
really
great.
good.
So as we are gonna go there to give him all our hatches because he's gonna travel today, we're gonna have a barbecue, and that's good news. And also in the same marina where our old sailboat is, so it's always good to see our old sailboat. Every time we come here we see our old sailboat, and that's really cool. Yeah.
So here's our dear Atlântico. This is my letter.
Yeah.
This was our former boat.
That's pretty cool, huh? It's been a long time.
So this was our former boat, and these are our friend's boat. That one, and this one, and that one. So the hatches are all packed and organized to go to São Paulo to be anodized. So one question, why did we spend so much time cleaning the hats if we were gonna send them to sandblasting?
That's a great question. Before this day we had no idea about that, but sandblasting won't work on soft material.
Why?
Because the particles, the sand or whatever, aluminum or whatever you use to sandblast, will just bounce on the soft material and come back, and it won't take off the soft material.
So that's why we spent so many days cleaning the hatches with utility knife, screwdriver, and a lot of things.
All of that just to take off the rubber
and the
silicone. Silicone, until this day, I had no idea it worked. I never really believed on silicone. I thought it was something like weak, but actually
it was really hard.
Yeah, this must be there for, I don't know, 28 years since the hatch was made, and it's still really good bound.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after we cleaned, we sent to the sandblasting machine, and then from there we took to our friend that sent to be anodized the hatches. And that's where everything started to change.
Yeah.
What was the
Change all
original
the
plan?
time.
Yeah,
The original
if you follow our channel, you know that we change the plane all the time, and that's just life. So what was the original plan?
The original plan was to just leave the hatches in aluminum color, like the original color of aluminum.
Just with the anodization to protect from electrolysis.
But as soon as they went to anodization, and do you know how anodization works? Can you explain?
Yeah, anodization is pretty much, they first give a bath, so they immerse the material on chemicals to take all the impurities off, to really clean the material. And from there, they do another bath with chemicals to create a layer of protection on the material.
Yeah, the problem is that we had a lot of impurities on our hatches, so when they arrived to us, there were a lot of holes, like a Swiss cheese.
Yeah, because the impurities, they hide the holes. Sometimes you won't see any mistake because there's just something inside hiding. And then Swiss cheese wasn't that good. Yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't that bad. We have seen worse ones.
Yeah, but we were afraid of having some salt inside these holes and start electrolysis, and we decided to change plans again.
Yeah, I think the speed of the problem would be a lot worse now with the holes open, because the salt water would go inside, the salt would stay there, and with salt water, the electrolysis would just be a mess.
So we decided to paint them.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to show you now. We're going to show you a video clip on how we painted these hatches white.
But just one thing, why we didn't paint by ourselves?
Because painting such small pieces and beautiful pieces, you need to have a proper space to do it. Otherwise, you have a lot of dust. You have bugs that always sit on the top of the fresh paint.
So we didn't have this safety environment. So
it's not safety, it's just like the proper environment.
Yeah. So we decided to send the hatches to the shop that we sandblast and look at this.
By the way, they're really good at painting and at finishings. But we can talk about that after So video clip
now. We are pretty sure that someone's gonna comment saying that we shouldn't paint the heads on the top of the anodization.
Usually, we would agree with that. A anodization surface is really like perfect, it's smooth. It's just like you won't have a good bound on the top of anodized aluminum usually. But in our case, there were so many small holes that we really believe that it created a really good surface to bound the paint. But of course, we didn't decide that by ourselves. What did you do?
We took one of the hatches to the technician that's helping us in every single step of the painting process, Álvaro. He's really good. He's working with this for 30 years.
Yeah, he works with painting for 30 years, but not just painting. Painting of boats. Yeah. So he has a lot of experience with boats. Yeah. And he said he believed then the surface would be a really good bound for the paint. And then we
decided to take the risk.
Yeah, but not 100% the risk. Of course, we didn't paint all 12 hatches at once.
Yeah.
First, we asked the painter to do one as a test. So you run a test on one. Everyone was happy with the result. Álvaro liked the result. The painter liked the result. We did like the result. And we decided to take the chance. Because in life, sometimes you need to take the chance, right?
So it's the same color as the deck.
That's pretty cool, yeah. They're going to be... They're just beautiful. So let's show you how they look right now. And that's how we got to this point. Check it out.
Not really. We had a lot to do before we got to this point.
It's magic. Yeah, we just clap the finger and that's done, right?
Nah, we had a lot of work.
Yeah, but the episode is getting way too long, so I think we're gonna skip this part of when we install the acrylic in place for a next and future episode, right?
We can explain just one more thing. We couldn't find the hints to buy.
Yeah.
And we need to fabricate new ones.
It's somewhere around. I promise you that I had one here to show them. Here. Yeah. That's a special made for our hatches. So basically we got a long piece of those and took to the turn. I'm gonna show you some images. Yeah. So that's basically how we turn this raw piece into the perfect small hinges. That's pretty good. I mean, it's really tough because they're not all 100% the same dimension. Sometimes the paint takes a little bit of the space, so you need to sand it up. And it was tricky, but we managed to install all of these ones.
Yeah. So we are gonna show you how we install the acrylic and how we install the hatches in place in a future episode because we didn't do this part here. Yeah.
Yeah, and we are not done yet. We are just working on. After we stop shooting this video, we are gonna start working on the next one.
Yeah.
And also these, by the way, as you can tell, I guess, are just the small ones. We didn't start working on the big ones yet. They're painted, but we didn't start installing the acrylic. Why that?
We are just learning with the small ones before we do a big mistake.
Yeah, it's easier to handle the small one than hold like a huge acrylic heavy one. But at the same time, sometimes it's trickier because we have less space to glue in place. But that's something we can talk in the future.
Actually, the result's pretty good. We are really
proud of ourselves.
Yeah,
that's a tricky job because we don't want leaks on the boat. Nothing worse than a boat that leaks everywhere.
But we are getting pro at this. We want to thank Rafa one more time.
Yeah, that's really good.
Rafa owns a company called Renew Boats, and he working just doing this, installing and refixing.
And even though we didn't buy the acrylic from him because we didn't know him back then, he helped us so much every single step of the way. We would call him 5-10 times a day. Every little new thing we do, we just call him to make sure we're doing the right thing. So Rafa, thanks so much. And if you're in Brazil ever and you need to replace our hatch or to exchange the acrylic or anything to do with acrylic and polycarbonate, you just call Rafa. He's a really nice guy and he's gonna help you.
Otherwise you have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, trust me, that's a lot of work. But we can talk about that in a future episode.
So let's welcome on board our new patrons.
So, welcome on board
George,
Jeffrey,
Kenneth,
Thor,
James,
Colin.
And we also want to thank the donations through our PayPal. Thanks a lot, Norma.
And you, our good friend that sent us a gift to celebrate our 150,000 subscribers. That's a huge number.
Thanks a lot, everybody that's part of our journey that made us reach this huge number of subscribers.
Yeah, that's amazing. And thanks to you guys, we are able to do what we are doing. If it wasn't all of you that watch the videos and that supports us every month, we wouldn't be able to do the refit the way we are doing. Yeah. We're just doing the dream refit. We're doing everything we want to do. We're not leaving anything behind, and that's just it's just hard to express how much we are grateful for that and how much we appreciate everyone, how much we appreciate this
Every
relationship
support,
that we are creating. And sometimes people might think that we take for granted that. Trust us, we don't take that for granted at all. We still can't believe that we are doing what we are doing. That's just really, really, really amazing, and we want to thank you. And that's it for today, right?
Yeah, we see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you guys next week. See you guys next Monday.
See you.